Joe, we got the good brother on the line right now. We have, I don't know how to go ahead and describe this, but we got the king right here. He's going to go ahead and talk that shit with us today, man. We got the king, Epyk Saga, right now. What's going on with you, fam?
What's going down, man? Just landed straight off a flight from Mexico City, man. Drove down from TJ, and now I'm back home right here chilling in the Riverside with my people and shit. But I'm posted, man. What up? What's good with y'all?
Man, nothing much, man. We just sitting here chilling. First, I want to go ahead and tell you I appreciate you calling up, man. You know what I'm saying? Supporting and showing love and whatnot.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
No problem, man. So just to start off, man, I know a lot of people that may not be familiar with you. So
right.
For those who may not know about what you're doing and what you have going on, tell everybody how you got started in battle rap.
Yeah. So pretty much to make a long story short, I used to do a lot of freestyle. I did a few freestyle battles back in the day, at the Basement 818 over here in California. Started off like that. And then one day I walked into a music store buying a microphone. Somebody told me they wanted me to battle right there at the store. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't get down like that, but that happened to be my homie Denter and shit. And he pretty much, got me into the written battle rap shit. And we ended up like just kicking it, hitting the studio. That's how we got started around 2009. And that was for a league called Daily Duels. And then from Daily Duels, we got involved with Salt and Battling. And then with the Salt and Battling, got involved with Grind Time. And then from Grind Time, the King of the Dot. And you know how that shit goes, man. And pretty much, man, I over time when shit wasn't really popping over here in the West Coast and people were really just focusing on the big cats, we kind of stepped in as iEvolve, which is a league we're going 2 years strong now. Kind of stepped in and kind of made a platform for the up and coming dudes. The dudes that kind of need a platform to get up. And they didn't have it before. You know what I'm saying? And kind of build talent out here in the IE. You know what I'm saying? Because we're from LA, but we moved out to the IE not too long ago. But that's how it started, and then we started doing a lot of like Spanish battle rap stuff, and that's blowing up, on another country, So we do a lot of behind the scenes work. I really don't put it out there like that, like I'm the one fully like doing a lot of this stuff, but I'm really behind the scenes with it, and we do a lot of things for this battle rap culture and also the hip hop culture as well, because we provide a showcase as well.
Oh, I heard that. So iEvolveTV. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we've known it for a minute now. We've watched, you grow with that and watch you build that up. Can you, explain to everybody how you first came up with that and what are you guys trying to do here in the future?
Yeah, so pretty much that began about 2 years ago. We just barely had our 2-year anniversary event. And, it was basically just to, like I said, provide a platform for people who didn't have it before. So we could build the talent because, we have big names out here in the West Coast, but we also need to focus on the cats that, aren't necessarily popping like that and kind of just need a chance to kind of prove themselves, So we did that about 2 years ago. We're going 2 years strong now. It's we like I said, we don't only focus on the English shit. We also run this league called Velorio, Liga de Batalla. Shout outs to my boy Denter. And that shit's popping in Mexico, all over Central America and shit. And so it's not just the English battle rap shit, but it's also the Spanish battle rap shit. And just providing, that showcase, that platform to these people, to the people that I know, and going good, man. We're not rich, but we're doing what we can for the people,
Oh, yeah, I definitely heard that. I salute you for, grinding with it and giving everybody a proper platform to just go ahead and get out there because, like you said, the West Coast battle scene, it's been around for a minute, but it's still building right now. Like we're finally starting to get some traction right now. We have a lot of great young talent out here. And, now that it's building, I'm seeing things, what you're doing and other leagues are doing. And I salute y'all for staying consistent, man.
Right, and also being able to work together, man, because with the West Coast, it's always funny with the politics sometimes, when you get real deep into the battle rap stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like we all know each other. We're all low-key like a family, and I think, like, the younger cats like us that are kind of, probably not super popping in the eyes of these like OG West Coast cats, but we're like building our network within ourselves and, you know, say no disrespect to the other leagues, but not necessarily needing to latch on to other leagues to, you know, to be able to do us, you know.
Yeah, I definitely heard that. That's what's up, man. So I got a question for you, man. I've been asking everybody this question that comes up here. If you had to rank top five, talking top five on the West Coast battle rap scene, what is your top five looking like right now?
Okay, so off top, I would say Disaster. I would say Geechee Gotti. I would say Young Grizz. He's real, like people are not even recognizing this dude's full potential, but he's one of the dopest motherfuckers on the West Coast coming up right now, no doubt. I would say Danny Myers is definitely in my top five. And as far as another West Coast battle rapper, that's a tough one, man, because there's a lot out here. So I really got to think about it. But I would say I would definitely put Daylight up there. You know what I'm saying? When Daylight comes correct, he always comes with his shit.
That's a fact. Daylight's always up there. I know one guy that you named was Grizz. Grizz is definitely somebody I feel right now is just emerging, you know what I'm saying, out here. He's been doing this thing for a while, but I feel like recently, man, you could just see that progression, and he's really starting to take off right now.
He's taking off, and people are still sleeping, man, but it's only a matter of time. You know how that shit goes, man.
Yeah, that's 100. But I wanted to ask you, who are some of the rising stars or some of the up-and-comers from the iEvolveTV area, you know what I'm saying, for your league that you feel like people should just be looking out for right now?
Oh, man, there's too many, man. I would say Vic Saney, Fat Matt, I would say fucking Raw Talent. I would say all of Cali Beams. Like, man, there's so many dudes popping right now. Terrence Spitz, like fucking Skits MC. There's a lot of dudes, man. A lot of dudes that we're helping, you know, saying kind of build them up without necessarily, like I said, like needing to latch on to other leagues to build that shit. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of just letting them do their thing, man. And it's their event. This is their shit. You know, I don't necessarily put myself on the radar like that on the flyers and on my videos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's a lot of these cats, man, that are definitely coming up in this league, man. So keep a lookout for sure.
Oh, most definitely. I'm definitely tuned into what you guys are doing. I've been watching for a while, man. It's amazing to me, man, just watching the progression with people, because a lot of times when you're starting something off, especially a league, and you're trying to have the battlers be shown, you're trying to make sure the production is crisp, you're trying to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, they're getting the proper promotion, you're trying to make sure everything's going good, you know what I'm saying? And I just salute you, man, because it is a little difficult out here on the West just to build consistently, because, you know, a lot of times people are chasing, you know, other leagues and platforms. And I salute y'all, man, for just sticking to your formula that y'all feel works. And obviously it definitely is working, because you guys are making some moves out here.
Right. You know, like I said, man, we're not you know, we're not out here popping bottles or nothing like that, but, you know, we definitely have a cool network and cool going, and you know, we from this point we seem to be able to work with other leagues rather well, you know what I'm saying, considering, you know, saying politics, like I said in the past, which is not that serious, but, you know, it just kind of gets in the way at times with egos, and you know how that shit goes, man. But I think right now is the perfect time, man, and the West Coast is really like bubbling right now, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm really behind the scenes with it, so I'm at a lot of these leagues and I see a lot of the talent, and I just know like what we're building for the future for the West Coast is like beyond my league or beyond any of the shit, you know what I'm saying. We're building towards something bigger, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these OGs kind of need to recognize and see that we're doing something too, you know.
Talk that shit. That's what I'm talking about. Talk that shit. I heard that. So, a question, man. I know you guys are just doing your thing, you know, and whatnot, but what you guys got planned for the people this year, man? You know, what events should we be looking forward to?
Hey, man, well, you know, we got a lot of things in the works. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we don't just do battle rap. We also provide a hip-hop showcase, and we do other things behind the scenes as well, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't want to talk about a lot of stuff we got planned in the future. You know how that shit goes, but I will say that May 13th we do got an event cracking. It either will be in it's going to be in the IE. I can't reveal the location or where it's going to be yet, but we got a lot of stuff working this year, man, for sure.
Oh, I heard that. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let me ask you a question. Are you somebody when you're making matchups, like when you're trying to build a card and you have, so many, you have like say 5 or 6 battlers, and you're like, okay, I got to match them up with somebody. Do you make your matchups based on name? Do you base it off of skill? How do you go through what's your thought process when going to make your matchups?
Well, keep it real, man. I'm an artist first. I'm a battle rapper first. So before the promoting and before like the match booking and all that stuff, I'm a fan first. So when I book a battle or when I book a card, I honestly just do it on what battle I would personally want to see. And I always tell the people that I work with, never always try to keep an open mind to who you're battling, because it's not always about the views, it's not always about the name, it's about the battle and making a great match. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the times other promoters or other, the people just want to slap a good name versus a good name, but that doesn't always make for a good match. You know what I'm saying? That's why focusing on the up-and-coming talent is very important, because at some point you're going to run out of slapping a good name versus a good name. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give people a chance to excel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's 100 for real. Like, I definitely feel where you coming from on that, man. And I wanted to ask you, because I know, like you said, like you are a battle rapper yourself. For you personally, and I'm gonna open this up to all of battle rap, not just here in the West Coast, but all of battle rap, legends, anybody. If you had a top 3, like a hit list, and you had to name the top 3 people that you either want to battle because you respect them, or you want to battle them because you just don't think they're that good and you just want to cook them, who would those 3 names be?
Oh man, I think that will be a conversation for another day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really got to think about that one, and I feel like just putting me on blast like that, I don't know. I don't know if I even want to put that out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good question. I'll think about that one for sure.
Oh no, most definitely. Who? Because I know you said like you battle rap, and I know you've been probably battle rapping for a minute now. Who are some of the people that had the biggest influence on you that when you seen them, you were like, oh, I got to do this now?
I think, man, I mean, that depends on what context you're talking about, because, obviously, like, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but, I would say Eminem is definitely a big influence on battle rap and how I got started into it. And I would say Disaster, when I first got into battle rap, I would say he was very influential on, like, me, getting addicted to battles. And I would even say, like, Iron Solomon, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I really didn't know what's up, like, I would watch a lot of his battles. And, he's still one of the greatest motherfuckers out there. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, like, it depends on what you're talking about. But I would definitely say Disaster, Eminem, saying people like Daylight, like, because, he's been around since back in the day, too. He has some crazy punches,
Yeah, that's a fact. No, that's a fact, and I know what you mean when you said, like, in the context of, how it's being said, because a lot of people won't admit somebody, like how you said Eminem. Like, a lot of people look at him and say, oh, no, he's just a rapper, and it's like, no, you have to remember Eminem before he even blew up in rap. He was a battler. Like, that's all he used to do was battle, and that's how he got his music out there.
Yeah, Eminem.
I mean, Cassidy was another dude, too, who, I mean, a lot of people don't like Cassidy now, but Cassidy at one time, there was nobody better than him. Like, he was the biggest battle rapper for maybe 7 or 8 years straight. So, so I definitely agree with you. Like, there's so many people who, not necessarily today's battle rapper that battles 3 or 4 times a year, but at the time when they were battling, their impact was just crazy, and it made people pay attention to it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I wanted to get your take on this, man. We have upcoming, man. We have the URL PGs, and they're bringing it over here to the West, man. I think it's, something that's been long overdue to just have something here for the West and everything like that. Do you ever see yourself like pushing for something like that to make it to like URL or like a King of the Dot or something like that, or are you somebody who just wants to build here in the West?
You mean like personally, like put myself on a stage like that?
Yeah, like you yourself battling.
If I could keep it 100, I mean, like you would have to be like a stupid motherfucker to not want to be on King of the Dot where you were out. You know what I'm saying? Especially when that's the type of shit we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like the Smack DVDs and like the old King of the Dot shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been a fan, and I would most definitely want to be on one of the cards. But I've never been the type to go fucking just latch on to somebody to ride their coattails. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker want to put me on and give me a chance and feel like I've earned it, then of course I would take the opportunity. But I've never been the type to just latch on to somebody like that and, you know what I'm saying, ride the coattails to just because like they're popping like that. You know what I'm saying? But if I would, it would be an honor for sure.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. I definitely feel where you're coming from on that, and I could definitely respect, you having that stance, because a lot of people, when it comes to a URL stage or King of the Dot, they'll damn near pull their pants down just to get on, versus just saying, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on where I'm at, and I'm gonna make them come to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not begging y'all, I'm not pleading with y'all, and I feel like that's something that you should commend people for, because I'm not gonna hate on anybody for their methodology of going about it. But I just think it's something about, somebody who just says, nah, it's almost like a underground rap artist. Like, nah, I'm going to do my thing underground, and if these labels want to come over here and do something, they can come to me. I'm not searching for them, and I'm not reaching out to them. I'm going to do my thing here. So I definitely respect that thought process, man. That's what I feel a lot of battlers are missing right now. They're chasing something versus just doing what they do and making themselves a hot commodity.
Right. It's not about the finish line. It's about the on the way to the finish line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real talk. I wanted to ask you, man, did you have a chance to catch the Geechee Gotti versus Danny Myers battle?
Oh yeah, man. Most def. I was in the house for sure, man, helping out A-Hat. Shout out to A-Hat Cali for putting on a fucking amazing card, and I was there live for that shit, man. And like that's just probably one of the fucking best classics to happen in 2017, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that shit still hasn't got enough credit as it should, you know what I'm saying? That battle, like I've watched it like 15 times, man, and to this day I really don't know who the fuck won that shit, to be real.
Yeah, like I've heard people, they say, well, if you go by technicalities, Geechee had the stumble and the choke, and it's like, well, you have to give it to Danny. But it's like, in my opinion, I almost look at that battle like Rex versus Young Ill. Like, you can go and debate that every single time you want to. It's a classic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially for a one-rounder. We don't get a lot of one-round classics like that at all.
Well, here's the thing, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel really strong about when people say that something is a choke when it's not a choke, it's a stumble. So you may lose a few points on the card, but that doesn't mean you got knocked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh no, that's a fact. No, I definitely agree. It's like I tend to always try to go to the old rules and say, okay, if money was on the table, say if it was like back in Fight Club, if money's on the table and you had even a stumble, you lost. You're not getting that money. You lose that battle.
Let me say this though. When you're boxing, you almost get knocked out. Don't necessarily mean you got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You might have got it. That dude might have gotten a good punch on you. You know what I'm saying? You may have lost a few points, but you didn't get knocked out. So it's not a loss. And I feel like if you do stumble and your material is better than other cats, it doesn't take away from the fact that you won. So it just depends on on how you really look at it.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I'm gonna be honest. The shit Geechee was saying, like what Geechee says in his battles, it's a feeling behind it. Like when I hear him, there's a certain feeling I get based on what he's saying, because it's so relatable. Like I've seen it, I've lived it. Like certain shit he says, I'm like, damn, like like it makes you think, like fuck, like he's talking that shit. But then you have Danny, man. He wasn't a slouch. That man Danny was going. I mean, he was going off. I was like, God damn, like this. It's crazy because I look at battles like that, even like the B-Dot versus Danny. to me, it didn't matter who you said won the battle. It was about the impact after the battle. Like, what did it mean to battle rap? And that's why a lot of people last year, they kept saying, well, Avin Rum Nitty was like battle of the year. And I'm like, that was a bar fest. It was a classic bar fest. But it didn't mean anything to battle rap. B-Dot versus Danny made the whole entire battle rap world stop and pay attention to the West Coast. That's almost never happened like that off of one battle. So it's like, I feel like even with the Geechee and Danny, like certain battles, they just mean something more to the culture. And I feel like, especially out here on the West, we're getting those matchups now.
Right, and you know what? I always have that argument with people. It's like, to me, it depends on what context you're looking at a classic. You know what I'm saying? Some people would define a classic by how many views it gets. I define a classic by if I think it's like one of the most memorable battles. Like, to me, probably one of my most favorite battles, that's probably like the most underrated battle, was Danny Myers versus Rum Nitty. It's probably like my favorite battle ever.
My God. I be mentioning that all the time. That battle's crazy.
Right. But, in terms of views, it's like, it's not if you're looking at it in terms of views, it's not like the most impactful battle, but I would say to me that's probably like my most memorable battle. Like, I'm pretty sure I was hyped for that shit, man, and it's just like, I don't think that it would be tough for another battle to top that battle, but I think this one, Geechee versus Danny, might be in competition with that one,
Yeah, that's a fact for real. A lot of times in battle rap, and it's happening more and more as battle rap gets bigger and you get newer fans, because there's a lot of people now who don't remember, the Cassidy days. They don't remember, the scene in Detroit when Detroit was popping. You had WRC and you had Shells and all that. They don't remember a lot of these things from back in the day, so it's very hard for them to grasp when we say something's a classic. Like, I tell people all the time, like, one of the least talked about battles is Conceited versus Arsenal. That's a classic battle. At one time, it was the most viewed battle on YouTube. They broke it up into 3 parts, and each part was the most viewed part at the time. You know what I'm saying? And that just tells you how crazy that was. But now you look at it and it's like, oh, it has views. It has a few views. And it's like, it's not even about the views. It's about the impact. Like, Daylight versus Oops doesn't have 1 million views, but the impact of that battle, that's a classic battle. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like certain people, they look at views as the marker for a classic. And it's like, you can't really do that, because classic just tells you the impact of the battle, not necessarily what fans are going to want to go view.
Right, exactly. That's a good point, man.
Oh, yeah. I want to ask you this, too, man. We had recently up here on Pillion Cat Radio, we had a face-off between Yak the Ripper and Saint. Were you able to catch that?
What league was this?
Oh, this is for the upcoming LA Battlegrounds LA Beef 3 card.
Okay, no, I have not seen that.
So we had the face off, and obviously anybody who knows Yak, man, he talks that shit, man. And he got Saint, who normally, you know what I'm saying, he kind of, just does his thing, gets his material together and goes. He was starting to talk that shit too. And so I was going to ask you, because I know as a battle rapper, are you somebody who, like, you like to sell the battle before it happens, where you like to, like, get in the groups and talk shit and promote it in that way? Or are you somebody who just, as a battle rapper, is kind of reserved and just waits until you actually get to the battle to go ahead and start talking that shit?
You know what? I would definitely say all 3, man, because it really depends on what mood I'm in. You know what I'm saying? It's like some things work sometimes, some things work, some things don't work sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It really just depends. But I think anything will really work. It just depends on how you go about it. You know what I'm saying? It's good to just try some shit.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So I want to get your take on this. Who, if you could go from today's battle rap, like right now, who are the people that you feel in the next 5 years are going to take the culture to the next level? Not necessarily, they don't have to be the best right now, but the people who you respect, who you say, okay, if these people stay consistent, they're going to be the ones who are going to lead us into the new era of battle rap.
Wow. You asking them tough ones, huh? Like, how the fuck do I answer that? I mean, like, I really don't know how to answer that question, you know what I'm saying? Like, That's something I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But I will say that it really comes down to us, man. If I could, the only thing that comes to mind is me. You know what I'm saying? The only comes to mind is the people that are putting on for the behind the scenes, putting on for the up and comers, the people who don't got the views, the people who don't have the platform. Like, those are the people that are going to really take battle rap to where it needs to be, because yeah, these bigger leagues are doing something that we can't do. You know what I'm saying? But they're so high up, they can't see what we're looking at down here. And so I feel like, you know what I'm saying, a strong foundation needs good bones. You know what I'm saying? So it really comes down to us.
Okay, I heard that. One more thing I wanted to ask you real quick, because I know you said that you do work behind the scenes, and then as well you also battle. For you, do you get more enjoyment out of doing behind the scenes work or a battler, or do you just equally both are just important to you?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say I would say they're equally both important to me. But there's nothing like battling, you know what I'm saying? Like like I said, I'm a fan first, man. So you know what I'm saying, like just battling and being in the moment, and just like the process and like everything that you got to go through and to write for one fucking battle. It's like motherfuckers don't realize what it takes to do that shit. So the process is crazy, man. So I would definitely say that battling, you know, it gives you something that promoting an event doesn't do. Like, okay, cool, like, you know, doing events, you know what I'm saying, like, it's like a hit or miss. Like, you might make some good money, you might not, like, after paying people off and, you know, doing what you got to do. It's like the money's hit or miss, man, but like I said, it's about the ride. So if anything, it's like the process is just dope to me, like whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, like the process of setting up an event and planning it out from top to bottom, and you know what I'm saying, like doing the flyer and just like the process of everything, of like writing for a battle. It's like that's the most important thing to me, if anything.
Okay, I heard that. I definitely agree with you as far as like the battle rap sense. Like a lot of people, they think it's just supposed to be automatic. Like people don't understand. I've seen it before with, you know, people when I've watched battles in person. It could be something as simple as a second longer in crowd reaction, and a battler may, you know, it may trip him up, or it could be somebody, you know, maybe grabbing him. He said a crazy bar, and somebody may start grabbing him and shaking him, you know, or push him or something, and that may trip him up on a bar. You know, it's because you're already writing intricate as it is. You're already taking the time to go ahead and memorize all these rounds and then put it together in a way and perform it at the same time. So I feel like a lot of battlers, they don't get the credit they deserve for just crafting things like that. That's why I feel like a lot of people, you know, like yourself, Ron Compton's another one that comes to mind. Shout out to him. Yak, just a few, you know, Grizz. It's the consistency. You have all these battles that you've done, but it's never a drop-off. It's consistency. 3 rounds of consistent fire every single time. And so I definitely salute you for being one of them people, because I think that's a very lost art, is just consistency. It doesn't even matter if they're your favorite battler. Are they coming consistent? That's why I feel people like Danny, JC, Tay-Rock, they may not be anybody's favorite, but you can't say that they ever cheat the fans. And I feel like that's something like yourself. You do that a lot, and I definitely want to commend you for that.
Thank you, fam. And that's a fact, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not lying there, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is. But, you know, right before I get you up out of here, man, I want to tell you, man, you know, once again, you know, thank you, you know, for coming up on here, man, and showing love and everything and reaching out and, you know, just taking time out of your day to even come through and, you know, do an interview with us, man. I definitely appreciate you for that. And I wanted to give you a chance, you know, here to go ahead and do any shout-outs that you may have, also be able to plug anything like music, you know, upcoming battles, projects, anything like that, man. I want to give you the next few minutes. Be all you, King.
Yeah, man, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, first of all, shout-outs to West Coast Battle Meter, you know what I'm saying, shout-outs to you guys for holding it down. I've been seeing you guys doing shit for a cool minute now. You guys have been in the game for some years now, so I also commend you guys and appreciate you guys having me on and letting me, just talk and just chop it up with you guys about battle rap because, first of all, this battle rap shit, like, I may not be the biggest promoter, biggest anything out here, but I just live and breathe that shit. So, I always got a minute to talk about battle rap, and so I appreciate y'all having me. And I want to say a big shout out to everybody on the iEvolveTV staff. Like Ryan Haynes, Alex Reynoso. I want to say big shout outs to A-Hat Cali, Young Grizz, Ibonics, R&B. Shout outs to Velorio, Liga de Batalla. Shout outs to Spit and Max. Shout outs to Elephant Graveyard, Cali Beans. Man, shout outs to my family, everybody, dog. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Shout outs to DJ Isaac and yeah, man, shout outs to everybody, man, for holding it down for the West Coast, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And anytime you're free, man, we up here every Tuesday and Wednesday, man. If you just want to call up and just get in on a debate or talk your shit, about something coming up, man, you are welcome up here anytime, King.
No doubt, much respect, man. And if anybody tuning in, you're thinking about joining battle rap, you want to try out, we're gonna be holding tryouts soon. I don't have an official date yet, but I'm racking up names right now. So I would say April, May, probably like around July, August. We're probably gonna have some tryouts. So if anybody want to hit us up, you can go on either YouTube or Facebook and just type in iEvolveTV. That's IEVOLVE TV, iEvolveTV on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Send us a message and we'll get you booked, man, and see how we get you started in this battle rap shit.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. That's what it is, King. But I definitely appreciate you coming on here, King, and we're going to get you back up here soon.
Much respect to y'all.